Sunshine is important when you want to test a convertible, and because Germany is still stuck in the depths of winter, we decided to take the new 6 Series BMW to the summery southern hemisphere, South Africa, where drivers sit on the right-hand side. The coupe and convertible 6 Series BMWs have been synonymous with elegant sportiness ever since their launch in 2003. Now the manufacturer has brought out the latest generation of the model, which plays a key role in the Bavarian carmaker's lineup. The head of BMW's R&D division says the car fills a leader role in the high-end convertible segment, making it very important for BMW's image and economic success. The new 6 Series comes equipped with one of 2 gasoline-powered engines, either the 235-kilowatt 6-cylinder or a 300-kilowatt 8-cylinder. Our test car had the more powerful of the 2 under the hood, and it growled enticingly. The numbers were also like music to our ears. The 8-cylinder motor catapults the convertible from a stop to 100 kilometers an hour in 5 seconds flat. Its top speed has been electronically limited at 250 kilometers an hour. If you keep it on a short leash, BMW says it burns just less than 11 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers on the road. Designer Adrian van Hooijdonk says BMW always starts the design process with the same goal, to make a car even better than its predecessor. The design team did that by making it even more elegant and sporty. The look is certainly fresh. BMW's trademark double ring headlights look sliced off on top. The new convertible is also 7 centimeters longer. Most of the more obvious changes have been made on the front end. When closed, the roof lends the convertible the slick silhouette of a coupe. The elegant lines wrap all the way around to the rear. Not everyone liked the rear view of the old model, so the new one has incorporated changes, like divided taillights. Van Hooijdonk says that the team made sure the trunk remained very flat in spite of the cover for the convertible top storage compartment. The car has also grown about 50 millimeters wider, which emphasizes its sporty look. That gives it more powerful shoulders and sets off the wheel cases, he says. Then there's the very flat, wide tail lights. The car communicates sportiness, he thinks. Both engines are combined with an 8-speed sports automatic transmission. Shifting can also be performed manually via paddles on the steering wheel. The roof can be opened in 19 seconds at speeds of up to 40 kilometers an hour and closed in just 24 seconds. The design has been reworked both inside and out. In the interior, the team gave the car a sportier feel by putting the driver more at the center of things, says the designer. Look at the dashboard lines, which segue into the central console. It's asymmetrical. Everything curves around the driver, giving that cockpit feeling that is so typical of sporty BMWs. The team emphasized elegance more by allowing the lines to flow from front to back, which leaves an impression of movement and elegance, he says. BMW's iDrive computer system is standard in the new 6 Series convertible. It's connected to a freestanding control display. The extensive option list includes a number of goodies like a rear-view camera, parking assistant, and night vision aid, all contributing to one thing: driver comfort. Klaus Draeger says that top-end cars like these are, of course, aimed at customers who like to show their luxury automobile, at people who want to show an elegant car, but also want to use it for specific purposes. You can pack 2 golf bags in the trunk, for example. He thinks the U.S. will once again be the primary market for the model, but says it has also done well in Europe. And the surroundings here in Cape Town also provide an excellent backdrop for this car, he says. When the roof is lowered, the trunk provides 300 cubic liters of volume. When it's raised, there's 50 liters more. The BMW 6 Series convertible is scheduled to hit German dealerships in March, but you'll have to dig deep into your pockets for one. The baseline version of the 8-cylinder model costs just under 95,000 euros, and there's a long list of attractive extras for those willing to spend even more. The retro-look Fiat 500 has been a breath of fresh air since its introduction in 2007. Now, the car's designers have come up with another innovation that recalls the original 500. A 2-cylinder gasoline engine. Drive It tested the new motor in a Fiat 500 Cabriolet.
TwinAir heißt das neue wassergekühlte.
Test driver Martin Rudorfer says that other than the number of cylinders, the new water-cooled TwinAir engine has almost nothing in common with the air-cooled twin that powered the old 500. The new engine has a turbo and variable valve timing that enable it to get 85 horsepower and up to 145 newton-meters of torque from its 500 cubic centimeters. Fiat also claims it's the cleanest gasoline engine in the world, something we'll come back to a bit later. But first, we want to take a closer look at the 500's appearance. Even after 4 years, the little Fiat still looks fresh. The Cabriolet 500C has been on the market since 2009 and comes with a big, electrically powered soft top that leaves the side windows and framing intact. The front and rear bear a strong resemblance to the original 500, which was introduced in 1957.
Rudorfer
says the 2-cylinder engine tends to vibrate noticeably and make some loud and throaty sounds at higher revs. The suspension is nicely set up, providing a comfortable yet firm ride. The steering is quite precise, he says, and the 5-speed gearbox allows fast gear changes, though it is anything but precise. Here's a quick look at the Fiat 500 specifications. The little city car handles evasive maneuvers at 90 kilometers an hour fine, responding to gentle steering movements by understeering lightly. During more abrupt maneuvers, though, the car's rear tends to fishtail. ESP would help, but is only available as an option. The car needs a full 39 meters to stop from 100 kilometers an hour, but the brakes respond well and are easy to control. The front seats offer plenty of space, but the rear seats are a tight squeeze and too small for anyone taller than 1.70 meters. The car offers 175 liters of luggage space, almost as much as the regular model. And with the back seat folded down, there's 460 liters of volume. But visibility to the rear is virtually non-existent, especially when the roof is down. Martin Rudorfer says the Fiat 500C comes with an eco button, which, when combined with a thrifty driving style, can produce good fuel consumption, but pushing the engine hard will result in much higher fuel costs. The ADAC, Germany's biggest auto club, measured fuel consumption at 5.1 liters of super unleaded for 100 kilometers, with CO2 emissions of 111 grams per kilometer. That gets the car only 3 of 5 possible stars in the ADAC Eco Test. Rudolfer concludes that the Fiat 500 TwinAir doesn't quite live up to the claim that it's the cleanest gasoline engine in the world. Fuel consumption and emissions are too high. The TwinAir exposes the limits. 2 cylinders are not necessarily more economical than 4.
Hat der TwinAir eigentlich keine Verbrauchsvorteile.
But none of that diminishes the fact that the Fiat 500 TwinAir is a fun little car, even if the starting price of €15,700 is not exactly economical either. Audi has presented the 7th generation of its popular A6. The reworked luxury executive class car looks set to compete with its big brother, the A8. With a wheelbase that's 7 centimeters longer than its predecessor, there's plenty of space inside, and the extras on offer, including a heads-up display and touchpad navigation system, are also aimed at those with exclusive taste. A station wagon body variant will arrive this autumn, and a hybrid version in 2012. Chevrolet has introduced a new version of its Captiva after making extensive alterations to both its design and motors. Customers can select from 2 gasoline engines or a diesel that's available at 2 performance levels. These can be harnessed to either a 6-speed manual or an automatic and either front-wheel drive versions or all-wheel drive. Chevrolet has sold around 120,000 Captivas since it was first launched back in 2006. This is the Dubai Autodrome. The 5.39-kilometer course was originally built for Formula One races, but it's also the venue for the 6th running of the 24 Hours of Dubai endurance race. It's a race that follows its own very special set of rules. On straightaways, the cars hit speeds of up to 260 kilometers an hour. Fast and slow curves help raise the challenge for man and machine.
When we started here, motorsport was not really well known in this area. We had not even one local team at all. But at this moment we have something like 10 local teams. Although a few of them are expats, but even some team from the United Arab Emirates as well. I think we have to take care of them because I probably will also be on the podium. Dubai is a very nice city. Very friendly people. Looking at the Dubai Autodrome, it's very, very good facilities, a really challenging tracks. A lot of teams compared, for instance, with Spa-Francorchamps, and that's a compliment. So, yeah, they like to come for Dubai and the track. All those ingredients makes it quite special.
Teams' cars and their parts arrive in containers by sea. Before they can hit the track, everything has to be unpacked and fine-tuned for the conditions. Participants include both amateurs and professionals, among them champions from around the world. They come from circuits like the World Touring Car Championships, the GT4, the Carrera Cup, America's NASCAR, and long-distance races like Le Mans and Daytona. The variety and numbers of participants and their different skill levels help make this event something special. 84 race cars made by 19 manufacturers are entered in the race, presenting GT classes, touring classes, and special 24-hour race cars. Porsche, which won last year, has the most vehicles with 20 entrants. There are 15 BMWs on the starting grid, including many 1 Series cars and Z4 GT3s. Dubai is also seeing the premieres of 3 Lamborghini Gallardo LP560s. There are also 3 Ferrari F430s. The newest car in the field is a 6.2-liter Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG with gull-wing doors. The starting order is determined by qualifying sessions, and the actual race starts with 2 warm-up laps and a rolling start. Peter Cox quickly establishes himself as the race leader in his black and white Gallardo.
We had a good stint and the car is going well, and I finished in first. I had 23 seconds lead, so I'm happy. Now my teammates go in the car, and now it's just a matter of trying to keep rolling, and we see where we will stay.
The cars battle for position, with the top teams trying to get in good position before nightfall. As dusk approaches, the teams prepare for the long night. The fading light makes their work more difficult. The race is just 4 hours old. Now the drivers face 12 hours of darkness. That demands even more concentration. The drivers adjust quickly, and soon the night separates the contenders from the also-rans. The rules require teams to change drivers at least every 2 hours, but top teams make the change every 60 to 90 minutes. The fastest teams also change tires at every pit stop, while other teams run a set of tires for 2 to 4 hours. It's a demanding race for the equipment, the drivers, and the mechanics. When they're not at work, they try to catch some rest. Sunrise brings a special moment for the drivers. The pits come back to life, and light returns to the autodrome. And one team has shown that it has handled the changing conditions best. After 24 hours, the BMW Z4 from the team Need for Speed Schubert 1 wins the race, having finished 594 laps and made 20 pit stops. The 24 hours have left their mark, but the winning team's joy is still huge. Second place goes to a F430, and the Mercedes SLS AMG comes in third.